Hello, my name is Maria Isabella Albert, and here is a little bit about the area of my leadership where I would say I struggle the most is saying no. Now, saying no can be difficult for me because I tend to be ambitious and I like to say yes to every opportunity that comes my way. And while yes, this can be a good thing, it's also very important to be aware of your limitations and to recognize when you need to take a step back and just focus on the things you've already committed to. Because at the end of the day, it's better to have a few things done well and finished than to just have a million different projects done poorly or even unfinished. So, one way that I am seeking to fix this flaw is before I take something on, I'll ask somebody else for their opinion, or I'll ask them what they would do in my situation. In the past year, I have sought to practice my leadership abilities through my honor society and through my job. Now, in my honor society, I seek to practice leadership abilities practically by helping to organize service projects. But another aspect of leadership I'm working on is building a healthy team. Now, in the past year, the year before this one, my honor society struggled greatly with being an effective and healthy team. So, two ways that I have sought to rectify that is by effective communication and by encouragement. Whether it be delegation of tasks or planning or even emotional difficulties, I seek to make sure that everybody is communicating effectively and everybody feels heard. And lastly, and most importantly, I have worked on acknowledging my team for the hard work that they do and making sure that they feel appreciated. At my job, I have practiced leadership by stepping in where I am needed. Now, this past year has been very chaotic because we have lost many employees and became very understaffed, and we're having great trouble replacing these lost employees. Now, during this rough time, me and many of my coworkers filled in any missing roles. During this time, I was having to very quickly learn many new skills and remain extremely flexible. Sometimes there would even be days where I would learn a new set of skills, and then very soon after, maybe even the next day, they would bring in new employees, and I would have to train those employees on skills that were still very new to me. Although this time was difficult for me, I would say that in the end, it benefited me because it helped me to practice one of the important qualities of being a leader, which is flexibility. And lastly, if I were to choose a leader from a film or a book as a role model for all leaders, it would be Aragorn from The Lord of the Rings. First of all, Aragorn was very humble. He performed many valiant deeds throughout the stories, but he never asked for reward or even acknowledgement for the things that he did, because he was truly doing them for the sake of doing the right thing. None of the things he ever did was for validation or vanity. He also devoted himself to serving others, which is another one of the most important qualities of being a leader. He always put others before himself, even to his own disadvantage. Aragorn has always been very inspirational to me, and I strive to follow his example of being a strong and determined leader while still remaining humble and selfless. And that's everything. Thank you so much for your time.